Alright, episode 5. Everything about this film is great.
A big, new, sprawling space adventure in the Star Wars saga. The Empire Strikes Back.
Episode 5 was so good. Acting was amazing. I really loved Harrison Ford's performance. Harrison Ford, I forgot to mention this in the last one, is probably the funniest actor I've ever watched on film. I loved him in the sequel trilogy, and I love him even more in the original trilogy. I've never watched Indiana Jones or anything like that, but I will say as Han Solo, he is one of the best characters for like comedic relief. I loved the fighting in this movie, it was so good. The battle between Luke and Darth Vader on Bespin, like all of the shootouts, the start of it in Hoth with the AT-AT walkers and the X-Wings. I loved that. I loved it so much. The settings again were amazing. Hoth is by far one of my favourite planets in the whole of Star Wars. I do like references to other planets that may not be in the Skywalker saga. There's references to Corellia, Han Solo's home planet, which you will know about if you watch Solo. The CGI again, but I actually think I noticed that for the CGI it was kind of choppy, so it makes me think that it was never actually CGI, that it was stop motion instead for some of the animals. I don't know, like the Tauntaun looked blocky. So I don't know, I think it might have been stop motion. Even with that actually, I thought it still looked really good. Soundtrack, I don't think I've ever commented on soundtrack. The music for the films, my god, that was incredible. For all of the 6 films that I've watched so far, actually not all 8, including Rogue One and Solo, and for the Clone Wars and Rebels, and for Jedi Fallen Order, and for Battlefront 2, they've all been amazing. Okay, I love all of the soundtracks, even in the prequel films. I've not watched them yet. I have watched them, just not recently. I've not watched them yet through this, but the soundtrack, John Williams' score he's by far the best. Like, there's no beating John Williams, no matter what. The soundtrack for each and every film has been incredible. I've never had a fault with the soundtrack. I could listen to any piece of music from Star Wars for the rest of my life, including the Cantina Band, which by far I think would be my preference actually. But it was really, really, really good. I was hooked from the beginning of the film. And obviously I'm going to be hooked because I need to watch all of the saga, which is a lot. Obviously when you're watching these films and you need to do reviews on it, it's hard to take in just the storyline and watch it as if it's a movie rather than something you're going to critique. But I was still amazed by how good everything was. Something I want to comment on before I end this one is watching this in chronological order was so hard. When I saw Yoda, my god, he's completely different from the prequels. Like in the prequels, he's sophisticated, he's calm, collected. In this film, he seems like a psychopath, and obviously, with the way it came out, it was 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, so you weren't supposed to know who Yoda was at this point. So Yoda could have been anyone, including this little green guy who was rooting through Luke's food. Just the character change in Yoda, and Obi-Wan actually, and in Hope as well. That really threw me off, not in a bad way, just I didn't expect it. Yoda being completely different from the way it was in the prequels was really funny to me. And the reveal of this little green, like, thief being a Jedi Master is not something you expected. So yeah, a wrap up. Storyline once again was good. Acting was even better. It was amazing in the last film, it was even better in this film. Setting was amazing, as usual. fighting was a lot better. Everything about this film was great. I really don't have any faults with it or anything I would change. I love it. I love it. And episode 6, you'll see in the next video. I will see you guys in that video.